Well, good afternoon. Welcome. We got just Justine on the line today. Hey, I apologize. I'm traveling, so this is the quietest place I can find here at the airport. Um, but today's going to be a quick one. I wanted to first of all highlight not so much new features, but a new release of Sound POS that we just sent. We just published last week. Now, with this new release, there's some things that were fixed, but primarily what we did is we removed all of the hardware specific um, information within Sound POS and took it outside. So now we're more easily going to be able to add new hardware. And in the coming months, we're going to actually have a software-based POS that you're going to be able to run on any type of an Android-based device. So you really want to share that as the main thing. One of the things, though, that this new release does is that really pulls up the screen a lot faster. You notice I'm going to go ahead and log in here. Before it took a few seconds to actually show you the main screen, it's pretty much instantaneous. So that's one of the biggest advantages, obviously. And then, like I said, the ability to actually work with other other hardware to be more software based. So for this session today, we're gonna like always do some of the features I'm going to be highlighting. Specific retailer today is going to be in the electronics store, and we're going to be really focusing more than anything on sale by weight. Okay, and see how that works. So I want to show you here on the back end real quick. Give me 1 second. What I'll do is I'll pause in between comments so you don't have so much background noise. All right, so this is the electronics store that we did. Just want to show you on here because um, for this, things that are aligning is the ability to sell something by weight. So for example, soldering wire, you can actually activate the sell by weight. You look at the feature, you go in here, you choose sell by weight, and then you choose whatever unit it is you're going to be selling it by. Okay. What I didn't really put any pricing on here. Just wanted to show you more than anything. Like I said, the ability to activate that. But what I also want to highlight is the fact that once you activate sell by weight, you can put any unit on here. It doesn't actually have to be a unit that pertains to weight. Okay. So for example, with cable, I did the same thing. I activated it to sell by weight, but I actually put feet instead of instead of pounds, which I put for the soldering wire. The other ability that sell by weight has is the ability to bring up things with fractional numbers, right? With decimal points. So you go on here, right? We're going to do, for example, the soldering wire, right? Well, first of all, you can choose which gauge, and that can change the pricing and so forth. Even change what you have in stock. Once you choose whatever gauge, then again, you can put 1.5 pounds, for example. Okay, and it'll accept that, and it'll keep track of the inventory based on that as well. The other thing that I did here on the system, okay, just to make it easier as far as the menus are concerned, is that I created like the main item, so soldering wire, speaker cable, gray boards, right? But then just like you saw with the wire, you have to choose something through the attributes to keep track of inventory and even pricing. So for example, here with these boards, you have the different sizes, you have the different amount that you have in stock, okay? The minimum that you have here, all right? And just to show you what that looks like on the system, go back on here. Okay, we're gonna go to the boards. So if I choose, for example, green board, I get to choose which size, and inventory is gonna be modified based on the size, right? You'll be able to see it on here, right? Which size it is. And I didn't assign really any pricing for these items right now. I just want to show you that on there. The other thing I just wanted to mention regarding electronic stores, which is kind of similar to what we saw last month with coffee shops, is the ability to activate the loyalty program as well. All right, just want to highlight. I think that's also a good feature to have for electronic stores. A lot of them utilize that as well. Okay, so remember, you can do it at the store level. You go to store settings, go to loyalty, then you can configure here how many points or what it takes to generate 1 point, which in this case is a quarter. Okay. and what you can trade that into to redeem, which in this case would be, 1 point equals to 1 cent. All right. So that's, a feature I wanted to highlight on there today as well. The other thing is, just like with the coffee shop, remember that we do have the ability to do customer management. They can have a customer database where they can keep track of those loyalty points precisely. If you have a new merchant who's going to be changing POS systems and they already have an existing database for your customers, we do have a template they can utilize for that purpose as well, so they can actually import their customer database. All right. So with that, like I said, it was going to be a short session today with regards to that. One thing though I want to highlight regarding the update. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect here. Let me go ahead and zoom now. Is that this is again like a complete whole new platform of the Sound POS, because we've removed, like I said, the hardware library from within the software, so that's why it loads a lot quicker. Okay, so it's going to be really important for you to check, make sure that you're adding the latest version of Sound POS, which would be this one. The previous versions were all number one version 1.9 was the last. Now we're down to 2. And there are different ways that you can actually even update if you want to update all at once. You can do your terminal management. PAX does offer some free sessions twice a week if you want to learn how to do that, just to push out the update for all of your merchants. All right. All right. So with that, we're going to switch over then to our regular presentation, which is a very quick sales pitch regarding the POS. If you remember that with Sound POS, we're not a processor. We're only a software vendor. Develop our own software right out of Jacksonville, Florida, and very adaptable software. It works. It's actually backed up on the cloud, but everything is stored locally on the terminal, so there's no degradation of functionality if you have a poor connectivity to the internet. Everything is local. You can manage your inventory in various ways. You can restrict access to different employees as far as functionalities, even keep track of their time worked. There's a time card feature. I showed you earlier, there's a customer database. With it, you've got a loyalty plan built in. You even have a store credit built in where the merchant gets to choose how much credit they give. Your sales taxes are organized by grouping your different rates, and there are unlimited groupings you can create. It's always synchronizing your transaction. So you can start a transaction in one terminal and finish it in another. And it comes with a web portal, which is not app-based. It's just browser-based. It works on Google, Safari, Microsoft Edge, and so forth. And then you've got a pretty broad range of reports. Some reports that are on the terminals themselves that are terminal specific, and then you get reports on the back end on the web portal, which are Excel and PDF based, and you can export those as well. We're processor agnostic, so it works pretty much with any processor. We are expanding right now. We work with PAX, but we're expanding to other hardware manufacturers such as Deja Vu, Valor, so forth. And the nice thing about it being cloud-based is that you can deploy the terminal without it being configured. You can configure it on the back end and then just download it when it arrives. And that also any updates can be done without disrupting the functionality of the terminal. Here you can see on the left-hand side kind of the POS, what it looks on the countertop unit, and also what it looks like on your handheld units like the A920 Pro. And on the right-hand side, you can see the actual web portal screens. On the top, it would be on a computer screen. On the bottom would be on a smartphone. Again, we run on Android. All of the units can work on Wi-Fi. The countertop units also have Ethernet. All of them can work with 4G. And most of them, the ones that are countertop, have dual terminal screens. So you'll be able to, the customer is going to be able to, input their credit card and all that with a customer facing screen. You can attach printers, and right now we're in the process of integrating a scale that should be done pretty soon. Very flexible, as I said at the beginning. Food industry works great with quick serve, food trucks, storefront, that type of stuff. Retail works pretty much in any environment. All right. We do provide with the Sound POS system 24/7 support. We have a reseller specific web portal called Sound Hub. It's got resources. And then, of course, we provide firmware updates, as you saw in this session. We also provide advanced level support for both the merchant and for the resale. And we have a very, very experienced implementation team. All right. So with that, thank you for sharing your time today. Like I said, it's a pretty short workshop today. You can see other workshops if you go to our YouTube channel, Sound POS. Thank you again, everybody. Wait, before I sign off, there's one QA. Sorry. I apologize. I'm at the airport, so integrations with the POS. Justine, what do you mean by integrations? Can you add something on there? Because we do have some optional, features such as tobacco reporting. Like I said, we're about to add a scale. We are also, looking to add a ID scanner. And eventually we're going to have online order and so forth. So I don't know if there's that answers your question. Not right now. Right now, we have an API that's available. If you want to integrate software, we can provide it for you. But right now we don't have any third-party apps. We're looking to, later on adding QuickBooks. All right. But right now, and like I said, you got an API that you can also utilize. So if you need that, please let us know and we can even help you out with it. All right. All right. So with that, I think I've got everybody. Nobody else has any other questions? Great. Thank you again for joining and have a great rest of the day.